What do you know about Darwin's World War II oil tunnels? It's not a place that you would associate it with a music festival, would you? I think so. But this is exactly what is happening. The Festival of Underground Music, and it's taking you on a musical journey in these historical oil tunnels beneath the city. To tell you a little more about it is Anne Norman, involved in the Festival of the Underground Music. Dad, how did last night go?
Oh, look, I'm absolutely exhausted and absolutely over the moon. It was mind-blowing.
What can you share?
Well, the acoustics in the tunnel are just delicious. There were audience members weeping last night, literally. Yeah, it was, and coming up and speechless and saying, it was like a sound bath. They just couldn't express it. And we had two fabulous Yolngu songmen last night. So good. And when they started singing, I was watching the audience and there were just tears flowing. It was just, I'm physically exhausted, but I'm just over the moon. I'm over the moon.
And you've got a few days left, haven't you?
Well, I'm off tonight. I'm just in the audience tonight. Tonight's a show called String Lines, which is rather a beautiful name. And it's 3 string players, 2 violins and a viola. And they're in there in the tunnel exciting the airwaves down that 172 metres of resonance. It's phenomenal.
I sort of just can't picture that.
You've got to come along. You've got to come and listen. It's just, no one understands. And people have gone during the day, because it's a World War II kind of tourist thing. They've got huge noisy fans on there all day just to keep the air pumping through, right? Yeah. It's horrible going and it's noisy. But when you turn the fans off, it's like this magic wonderland of magic sound. I mean,
wow.
It was incredible. And, and after, Jason Gudawiwi last night was singing a song that he said translated to something like Rainbow Serpent, bubbles rising to the surface of the pool. And he was singing that song with Sebastian. Now I'm going to pronounce this incorrectly, so please help me. Burarawanga. Is that how you say it? Burarawanga?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I don't speak Yolngu, so I apologise. And they sang. I played shakuhachi, which is a bamboo flute from Japan. I lived in Japan for a long time. And Sarah Hopkins whirled whirlies around her head, harmonic whirlies. They're just like empty tubes of plastic that when you whirl around your head, they sort of sing and they go through the harmonic series. She was doing that. The guys were singing. I was playing shakuhachi and the tears were flowing. And the whole tunnel was sort of like, I don't know, the tunnel's like another being. It's like there weren't 4 of us, there were 5 of us. The tunnel's like this entity. And it was just throbbing with warmth, just with this kind of love. I can't describe it. I was just, anyway, so I'm a bit blown away. Yeah. You got to come.
I do have to come.
So tonight is string music. 3 amazing string players, 2 of them based in Darwin, 1 based in Melbourne. So that's Anya Tate, Netanella Mizrahi and Ernie Gruner. And the next night is Jason Gudawiwi and Sebastian Burarawanga in the first half of the evening. And in the second half of the evening, we've got Hank Rumbewas, who's a West Papuan singer and a troupe. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And then on Friday, we've got the amazing Sarah Hopkins doing her Sacred Sound Journeys, using her whirlies and her cello and bells and harmonic overtone singing. And I think she even involves the audience in playing these handbells down the 172 metres. And they're quite beautiful, delicate bells that just make these sort of pinpricks of colourful sound that then just resonates down. Because when you're in there, you make a sound and it goes right down to the end of the tunnel, bounces back.
Yeah.
And it's magic. Then on Saturday, it's everybody in together.
That shouldn't be missed, I think.
That one's getting heavily booked, so that one's, you've got to jump in now. Otherwise, don't leave it till the night. There may not be any. We won't say there won't because, we don't want to turn you away, but You better try and book early, I think, for that one. That one's really selling.
I'm just putting some music up.
Oh, please.
And it's Ko Yongo Crying for the Land.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful, that one? Yeah, that's a song written by Larry Gudawiwi, who's Jason's brother. I didn't know that's what the song was called when I jammed with them in Nhulunbuy last year. I just went into Yolngu radio station and we said, oh, look, let's just play something together. And I pulled out my shakuhachi, a long one I have, which is traditionally used for Zen meditation in Japan. And I said, guys, I'm going to play in the mode of a piece that's about 300 years old, but I'll improvise around you. But if you could sing just, manake or whatever you want to sing, and just do just a gentle pad, because there was a guy on keyboard and a guy on drum kit, and I said to the guy on drum kit, don't do rhythms, just do colour. And there's a guy on bass guitar, and I said, and you're the yidaki, just, whatever. And they listened to me and they politely nodded, and I thought, I've been so cheeky here. Anyway, we started, and it was delicious, and it turns out they were doing a song by Larry Gudawiwi, and I was just improvising with them. But it was so good. Yeah, really exciting.
I'm picturing the sound that I can hear. If you put your headphones on, you can hear it too.
Oh, where are my headphones? Are these ones?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
You'll be able to hear this in the tunnels. Echoing, I would imagine.
Oh, very.
Reverberating.
Yeah, well, these guys, of course, have got artificial reverb on here.
Yeah.
In this recording, but it doesn't match anything like the beauty of the tunnel reverb.
The instrument that you play,
shakuhachi.
I'm glad you said that first.
Thank you.
Can you just tell me what that instrument is a little bit? I've never heard of it before.
Well, it's made of a heavy kind of bamboo, a large bamboo. So this one I'm playing on this track is about 2 feet long.
Yeah.
More, actually, 2.5 feet. And it's, I don't know, a couple of inches in diameter. And it's made from the root end of the bamboo. Mm-hmm. So it's quite chunky. And it's only got 5 holes in it for your fingers. And it's an end-blown flute. So you blow across the top of the bamboo and split your air just on quite a sharp edge. And it's got a huge hole opening at the end of the empty bamboo. Mm-hmm. And you can open and close that hole by changing the angle of the instrument against your bottom lip. And that makes it go sharper and flatter, so you can bend the sound and you can change the colour of the sound, like how breathy or how pure it is. Talking about breathy and pure, having these headphones on, I hear how croaky my voice is. Apologies, I didn't have a voice yesterday morning. So
I love the fact how you can blend all of these things together and it sounds beautiful. You wouldn't usually put them in the same space, I don't think.
No, and that's, I guess, one of the beauties of being a musician is that if you really know your art, your skill, your instrument, if you come together with other masters like these singers we're hearing here, and you have a little bit of conversation beforehand so that you've got a basic idea of where you're heading, and then start. Musicians have good ears. They listen to each other, and as long as it's like a good conversation. As long as both parties are listening. It's a beautiful conversation. If one person just talks over the top of the other, you may as well not be there, you know what I mean? So yeah, and in tunnel number 5, they're all beautiful musicians.
How do we book?
Okay, there's tunnelnumber5.com is our website, and on there's a booking button, and it takes you straight through to an online booking system. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, there's also tickets for sale outside the front of the tunnels during the daytime. So the guys who usually are just looking after tourists coming in to look at the World War II oil storage tunnels, they'll sell you a ticket if you can't do it electronically.
Anne Norman, it's been wonderful to have you here this morning with me, and thanks for coming in.
No worries, thanks for getting me up, hey.
I'm glad you got your voice back.
Well, yeah, sort of.
That was Anne Norman with talking about the Festival of the Underground, which is happening right now in Darwin at the oil tunnels.